Greetings. Welcome to this week's Financial Flash Report. I'm John Stone, Senior Wealth Advisor at Styles Financial. In today's report, we're continuing our look at the changing tax picture in the United States, including tax policy changes stemming from last year's election, recent developments, and potential future impacts and planning considerations based on what we know now. After the election, we moved our focus from the tax proposals of the two candidates to the stated plans of the newly elected President, Donald Trump, and the Republican majorities in the House and Senate. President Trump's tax plan consists primarily of extending the current federal tax rates, which were enacted in 2017 during his first administration. These current tax rates are scheduled to expire this December, when they'll revert to the higher tax rates from 2017. Additional new plans include the elimination of taxes on tips and overtime pay, and the exemption of Social Security retirement income from federal taxation. In the months since his election, President Trump has promoted additional tax cuts for individuals and businesses, but no specific details have been provided. During recent weeks, the atmosphere has been swirling with announcements and reporting on a multitude of executive orders, government policy changes, and government agency reductions. Among these swirling elements are new global trade policies featuring blanket tariffs on imported goods. These tariffs, for all intents and purposes, are taxes imposed on purchases of imported goods, which raise costs for businesses and individuals. While tariffs can cut into the purchasing power of consumers, they are not directly connected to income. They're connected to the purchase prices of goods and services. Nonetheless, during recent weeks, it has become increasingly clear that tariffs are a key component of President Trump's overall tax plan, inclusive of income tax policy. Based on estimates from government budget and accounting agencies, the proposed tax cuts will increase annual budget deficits by more than $5 trillion over the next 10 years, with more than $2.5 trillion of that added during the next 4 years. When added up, these deficits are projected to push the national debt to nearly 110% of GDP over the next 10 years. It's proposed by President Trump that revenue generated from permanent blanket tariffs on imports will offset the deficit increases associated with the planned tax cuts. However, that notion is a hotly debated and controversial issue which remains unquantified by government budget and accounting agencies, and therefore potential tariff revenue is not included in their budget analysis. The House and Senate have each passed versions of federal budget resolutions which include extending current federal tax rates beyond 2025, elimination of tax on tips and overtime pay, and exemption of Social Security income from federal taxation. Each of these resolutions passed very narrowly on party lines and have moved to the reconciliation process towards passage. However, discrepancies between the House and Senate related to federal spending cuts, combined with the yet-to-be-determined economic impact of recent developments, could create challenges towards swift passage of new tax laws as currently proposed. As it stands, the gap between the two chambers amounts to roughly $2 trillion, so it's not yet clear where we'll end up. We'll continue to monitor the situation very closely and provide updates and guidance on wealth planning and management strategies for navigating this volatile landscape. In the meantime, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at your convenience to discuss this and any other matters. We'd love to hear from you. As a reminder, Styles Financial Services Incorporated is a registered investment advisor and does not provide legal and tax advice. Be sure to consult your tax and legal professionals before making related decisions. As always, thank you very much for your time and for tuning in to this week's Financial Flash Report. I'm John Stone, and here's to a happy and healthy weekend.
Financial Flash is created by the experts at Styles Financial Services, creating customized portfolios that fit your unique lifestyle and goals.